Hide and seek never ends. We played hide and seek in the old grove behind the houses, where the trees grew thick and the air always smelled damp, like something had been breathing there long before us. The rules were simple. No going past the grass line. No hiding inside the trunks. And when someone counted to 50, you answered if your name was called. We were 8 kids. By the end of the game, there were only 3 of us left screaming. I was it. I pressed my face into the bark of the biggest tree. The one in the picture, its trunk ridged and twisted like muscle under skin. I counted slowly, feeling the vibrations inside the wood, like a heartbeat that didn't belong to me. 48, 49, 50. When I turned around, the forest felt wrong. The leaves were too still. The shadows didn't match the branches anymore. Ready or not, I yelled, here I come. At first it was normal. I found Mara behind the bushes, knees pulled to her chest. She laughed when I tagged her until she stood up and screamed. Her calves were skinned raw, not scraped, peeled. Long strips of flesh hung from her legs like wet ribbons, dripping into the dirt. She swore she hadn't felt anything. Said the tree roots had wrapped around her ankles and pulled. We thought she was lying. We kept playing. I found Joel next. He was hiding inside a hollow trunk one we all swore was solid before. His face was pressed outward, frozen mid-scream, bark grown halfway over his mouth. His eyes were still moving. I tagged him anyway. The bark split. Joel fell forward in pieces. His ribs were folded inward like broken fingers. Something had threaded through him. Roots, maybe. Still twitching, still wet, tearing loose from his organs with soft, tearing sounds. His blood soaked into the ground so fast it looked thirsty. That's when the tree spoke, not with words, with names. It whispered them through the leaves, through the soil, through the inside of our skulls.
Mara, Joel, Lisa, Ben.
Every name called made another child answer, not with a voice, with a sound, a wet thump, a choking gasp, a snap like green wood breaking. We ran. But hide and seek doesn't end when you quit. It ends when everyone is found. I saw Lisa's arm sticking out of the ground near the grass line. Just the arm. The fingers were still curled like she was counting. Her fingernails were black with dirt and ripped off down to the meat. Ben was hanging upside down from a branch, his legs fused together by bark. His stomach had split open, and vines were growing through his intestines, blooming red flowers fed by his blood. The tree in the center, the one in the image, had grown thicker, wider. Its trunk pulsed, layered with lines like stretched scars, each one humming softly. I realized then what the rule meant. No hiding inside the trunks, because the trees were already hiding inside us. The last kid they took was Sam. He tried to call out, tried to answer his name. Roots burst from the ground and shoved into his mouth, down his throat, tearing his jaw apart as they dragged him backward. His screams turned into bubbling noises as blood poured out around the vines. I didn't scream. I didn't move. I stood at the counting tree and whispered, "You didn't find me." The forest went quiet. The game paused. They never found me. The police searched for months. They found bones woven into roots, shoes filled with dirt and teeth, strips of skin dried into bark patterns. They cut the grove down, but trees grow back. And sometimes, late at night, when the wind is just right, I hear children counting from inside the wood. 48, 49, still waiting for 50. So if you're ever playing hide and seek, and the trees start saying your name, don't answer. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to tune in every Tuesday for new stories that absolutely won't ruin childhood games forever. Sleep tight.